Greetings mod lovers across the universe, DW here, along with no one else, because this is Mod Explaining. In the last episode, I ended up showing you a program that ends up using passwords. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a program that ends up working like a 3D printer. Now, before I actually get onto the task at hand, there's actually something I'd like to say. As some of you know, I ended up actually watching a guy in order to find out this information. Well, the guy I've actually watched ended up actually creating a video where he ends up explaining some very interesting code. But in that video, he ended up actually using a different mod called Project Red. Now, at the moment in this series, I'm only explaining what you can do with computercraft all by itself. So the last thing I'm actually going to do is actually end up adding another mod into this series. So I'm not actually going to be showing you the code he used, because you actually need Project Red, the Project Red mod, in order to use that certain type of code. But if you already have computercraft and Project Red, you can end up actually using that bit of code, which is why in the description below I'm going to end up leaving that video down there, just in case you already have Project Red and the computercraft mod. But I think I've talked enough about that, so without further ado, let's begin. Okay, now before I actually end up beginning, I'm going to go over to this chest and actually get a couple blocks. So I'm going to quickly get this, and you'll understand why I have all these different types of blocks in here in a second. And I'll end up explaining what the program actually does as I go along. Now, the first thing I actually want to do is obviously go into the CD disk. Okay, now I'm in the disk. Now, the first thing you actually want to do, obviously, for those that are new to my channel or new to this series, the first thing you obviously want to do with a turtle is fuel it, which is why I always carry around so much coal. But the first thing you actually want to do is But a bit of advice, I would end up actually fueling the turtle before I actually ended up putting any of these blocks in. I'm going to show you why it's a bad idea to actually, put all these blocks in and then refuel it, because I actually ended up learning this the hard way. So if I end up quickly putting in all of these, I'm obviously not going to put them all in, I'm not stupid. So if I now press refuel, and I'll put all, boop, boop. As you can see here, I've learnt the hard way. Turns out it doesn't only end up getting the fuel that's slotted on, it ends up getting literally any type of fuel it can get in its inventory. So as you all know, for a turtle, either its fuel source is either coal or it's wood. And seeing that these are all made of wood, it'll end up getting all of those. So it's best to end up refueling it first. I'm going to get half, and I'm also going to end up putting these back. There we go. I'm going to get half and go into Lua. Turtle dot select 1. Okay. And then I'm going to go exit. Okay, I'm going to go exit, and then I'm just going to end up doing refuel all. Okay, so hopefully it should end up having enough to do what it's supposed to do. Now, before I actually even write down a program, let me quickly put in all the blocks, because we're going to need to end up doing going to need to quickly put in all these blocks in order for this to work. And okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to quickly end up finally making our program. Now, the program, I'm going to call it, is a house printer. You'll understand in a second. Now, I'm going to quickly pause for a little second, because I feel like I've kind of rushed into this, because I haven't actually explained what this program actually does. Basically, I've told you guys that this is kind of like a 3D printer. Well, basically what this program actually does is, you end up giving it a couple tiny little code in there, and basically it ends up kind of building a real life structure, like let's say a house. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And it literally, and once you end up putting in the little commands or digits, you'll understand in a second, it ends up building what you've told it to build, and it 3D prints it. It literally builds the structure you've told it to build. You'll understand in a second. So for this first bit, I'm going to end up writing out the code and end up making it build a actual house. But before I actually even start, I actually need to tell you guys something. Now, this code is actually much different than any other type of code I've shown you in the past, but the fact is that Let's just say this code is humongously long. It's really, really big. Basically, just go back to any of my other videos and see how long I had to type for those kind of code. And trust me, none of them would be as big as this. I'm really, really sure of it. And not to mention, I'm a slow typer, which only makes it worse. Which is why, thanks to my editing skills, I'm actually going to fast forward this bit. I'm going to end up typing out all this. For me, it'll probably be either a couple hours, well, feel like hours. But for you guys, it'll only be a couple minutes or seconds. So, without further ado, I'm going to start, and I'm just going to end up editing this, so it'll be in a speed run. And I guess I'll see you once I'm done writing out all the code. Speedrun. Okay, viewers, we're finally back. I've written out all the code, and I have no idea how long the video's been. I haven't even checked yet. But I finally finished all the code. I finally finished writing it, so now we're actually going to check what it actually does. Oh, first I might need to end up showing you. Don't even bother asking me what the hell all of this is, but I do actually know what... Yeah, you see these? The numbered things? I do actually know what the numbered stuff is, which is actually the important bit. The numbered stuff is actually the slots for the turtle. So wherever it says 1, that's actually cobble, and wherever it says 9, these planks of wood right here. Basically, you see that they're all in different bits. Basically, these are the floors. So this is floor 1. This is floor 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, and as I've told you before, all of this code is to make a house. It's going to make that's why it's called the 3D printer. It's going to end up making a house. But I've explained enough, and to be honest, I'm a bit out of breath. Just writing all that up. I know I'm the laziest person ever. I've told you what it does, but I think it's better. But I've always found that it's better to show people what something does in order for them to actually understand it. So I'm actually now going to activate this. Although before I activate it, can I just say that if there is an error in this code and if it doesn't actually work, I'd like to actually say that you saw how many lines of code that was, and I think I've got it written down here. It's written down here. It's 109 lines of goddamn code. So don't be surprised if I misspelt anything or mistyped anything, so to speak. So don't be surprised if an error message comes up and I need to go back and fix it. But enough talking. Let's see if this actually works. Okay. Okay, so far so good. It's right now placing down all the cobblestone. And let me quickly check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I've ended up making the house 7 long this way. I believe it's also 7 long this way as well. So as you can see, it's right now placing down all the blocks, and you might be wondering what the wooden planks are for. The guy in the video actually ended up using his first letter in his name to he actually ended up putting it in the floor. So I actually re-edited it and actually ended up putting a big capital D in the floor. So once the first floor is done, it should end up having a big D in the middle for DW, which it has done. So now we just have a big D in the middle, and I feel like so many people are just making jokes at this now. But while they're watching this, they're just giggling to themselves. But yeah, so far it's working. And so far it's working. Yeah, so that's the first floor. I think I'm gonna quickly speed this up a little bit, so I'll be right back. Okay, viewers, we're finally back, and it's finally actually finished building the house. So now it's just gonna, yep, it's gonna place down there. So let's quickly go into this house, and as you can see, it's actually ended up making a perfectly nice house. The only thing it hasn't actually ended up doing is placing down a bed or some torches, but it's done most of the work for you. Ended up placing down some chairs, ended up placing down some furnaces, and even a crafting table. Hold on. But I might as well explain what this actually does. Let me quickly go into the program itself. Now, some of you may be I've already told you that it's cobble is that. So as you can see here, every floor ends up placing cobble. So with the first floor, we end up having cobble, as you can see here. With the second floor, we ended up having some pillars made of logs, and you can see how it all actually works. Like for instance, with the second floor, it had let's see, a furnace, crafting bed. You can see how it all works. So that's basically how the printer mod actually works. The printer program actually works. But that's actually all all the code I actually have to show you from the guy. Now you're all probably wondering, but DW, does that mean it's the end of the episode? No, because seeing that this program actually literally makes actually ends up making whatever you put down being a 3D printer is all. It ends up making a perfectly built house. I thought, what if I end up messing around with it? It could end up building more stuff, which I've actually done. There are two other programs I've ended up actually making that end up actually building perfectly, just like this. But I'm gonna be right back because off camera I'm gonna end up taking away the house, and then I'll bring you back once I'm ready to show you the next bit of program. So I'll be right back. Okay, viewers, we're back, and I just got rid of the entire house. So let me quickly put the turtle back. Hold on. Yes, save, and then quickly. Now I'm gonna quickly go into Lua and turtle dot forward. Oh, for God's, what the hell? Where'd the E come? Oh, I see what I've done here. Oh, what happened? Okay, forward. Turtle dot turn left. Turtle dot where am I here? Turtle dot down. And then finally I'm also gonna end up putting turtle dot select 1. Okay. Now, let me quickly get rid of this. Now, I've already shown you the first program. It ends up building a house perfectly. But now I want to end up showing you a program I've actually made, which with a bit of editing I can end up making. Wait, exit. With a bit of editing, you can end up doing that. Now, before anyone asks, no, you don't actually need to. Luckily, all you actually need to do in order to make anything you want, you don't actually need to edit any of this. All you actually need to do is actually edit all the stuff that involve around numbers, because that's the stuff that ends up using all this. But so that's the stuff you can edit in order to make anything: a house, a wall, a bridge, if you really have that kind of time. But what was I going to say? But the one thing you need to keep exactly the same is all of this code. If you change even one bit of that code, there's going to be some problems, ladies and gentlemen. But let me quickly get the blocks I need for the next thing. So I'll quickly get... actually, hold on. Hold on. Quickly get all of this. There we go. I'll quickly get the next thing for the next bit of code I'm going to write. Now, now we've already ended up having a house, so the next thing I'm actually going to make with the printer program, I'm actually going to end up being a bit creative and end up making a swimming pool, which is why I have all these water buckets, which I'm going to quickly do. Now, this shouldn't actually take too long, but I'm actually going to fast forward this anyway, just so you guys can end up quickly seeing the turtle making the swimming pool in action. Sorry, stuttering. So I'm going to go to fast mode, and we'll be right back. Fast mode. Okay, viewers, we're back, and I believe I'm actually done, so let me quickly get out of here. Hopefully what this should end up doing is, it should end up actually making a swimming pool, while at the same time actually placing down loads of water. Now, hopefully I should have ended up, made all the corrections, so let's see if this works. And once again, it's placing this out. Okay. Now, just like the house, I feel like this actually might take a little while, so I'm going to do the smart option and actually fast forward this. So, I'll be right back once, well, this is finished. So, I'll see you then. Okay, viewers, we're back. Just so we're clear, the water spilling out was actually supposed to happen. What wasn't supposed to happen was this. What in hell? Now, I don't think this is actually the program's fault. I think it's because seeing that this is actually on a lower layer, it ended up actually lowering it down. Although it's interesting how it didn't do it with any of these. So, don't know why that happened. But as you can see here, it's a little swimming pool. Sadly, it's only 1 deep. When I was coding this, I meant to make it 2 deep, but to be honest, I didn't have enough time to try and even begin to figure out how to do that. But let me quickly get God damn it. Let me quickly get some iron blocks and boop boop. And this is what it's supposed to look like. Not it all saggy and stuff. Yeah, but that's a swimming pool. Note of warning. Don't be an idiot like me. Do this on flat surfaces, or make a flat surface like I should have done. Although with this world it's kind of hard to find flat surfaces. But as you can see here, it ended up making a perfect swimming pool, and that's pretty good. Now, you're probably thinking, is that it? But no. There is one bit of code left that I'd like to actually show you, which I will get to in a second. First, though, I'm going to quickly pause the recording and then get rid of this swimming pool. So, I'll be right back. Okay, viewers, we're back. As you can see here, I got rid of the swimming pool. Now I'm just going into Lura and telling it to move forward and go back to its original place. Forward. Turn. Left. Then finally turtle dot down. And now turtle dot select slot 1. Okay, so that's all good, but let me quickly boop 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 boop. Let me quickly get rid of all these blocks. And now I'm actually going to finally make the last bit of code that I've been waiting to make. Now just to be a little showy-offy. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to actually get out of Lua. Exit. I'm actually going to do something a bit cool. I'm actually going to end up making... The last thing I'm actually going to make the program actually make is a statue. Now, before anyone says anything, no, it's not a statue as in like a man posing. It's actually kind of like a statue where it's it ends up basically it's going to end up building like this kind of wall thing. They'll be very long and very high, and it'll end up having my name on it. Now, before anyone asks, no, not my real name. It's going to end up spelling out DW. So if you want to end up spelling out your name, you can end up using this code. Although obviously you're going to need to rewrite it quite a lot because one, DW isn't something that much to spell, and two, you don't want it spelling out DW unless of course your actual initials are DW. But yeah, I'm going to quickly get to work on that. But this actually might take a very long time. So once again, I'm actually going to end up putting this in fast motion. So I'll be right back once I'm finished writing all the code. Speed motion. Okay, viewers, we're back, and I believe I've actually ended up finishing, I hope, and hopefully this should all end up working. Don't be surprised if it doesn't. Okay. So now it's just going to be basically building out the entire thing, and once again, do not be surprised if all of this is, well, wrong. Because that was a lot of code. But as usual, seeing that this is actually going to take a long time, just like the last one, so I'm actually going to end up editing this and speed it up. So for you guys, it'll be a couple more seconds or minutes. For me, probably going to either be just minutes or hours. So I'll be right back. Okay, viewers, we're back, and as you can see here, the turtle's just gone down. It's finished its job, and as you can see here, it ended up coding it. It looks like I ended up coding it brilliantly because a big wall saying DW, which is just brilliant, and it's made out of gold. Let me actually quickly change. Hold on. I think it'd be better looking at this if it was daytime. Yep. Yeah, much better, much better. Thank you, son. Never go away. Never go away for another day. So as you can see here, I've ended up making a program that ends up literally spelling out my name, which is actually quite impressive. You have no idea how much time it took to code this, so to speak. How much time I had to put in order to figure out how to do this, so to speak. But now that's actually all the time. That's actually all the code I have time for, and actually all the code I have. So, hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to leave a like. If you want to support the channel, make sense to your friends, your cats, your goldfish. Also, if you didn't actually understand that well, some of the stuff I ended up doing, make sure to check out the guy I watched in order to find out some of this. And also, if you want to end up learning another bit of code that it also ends up using computercraft and the Project Red mod, make sure also check in the description below, and you'll end up seeing that video below rhyme the guy ended up using with both mods. But I hope you all enjoyed, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.